And I have all the confidence in this nation that you will be the change that comes. And with that, we say, salute to the nation. It has been an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege serving this fine nation once again. With honor, respect, as we go forge on, knowing that we will remain with our feet firmly planted in the asses, this derelict Negro man. Stay the fuck out of our way, stay the fuck out of ours. Simple sound. If you launch arrows or spears from digital distance, we will blacken up the sky in a sea of arrows of our own. They will cause you great pain, psychological trauma. You will suffer from manic self-inflicted shame and self-loathing as a result. We are the great regime. We are one. And we will not give. Hoorah!
All right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? Hoorah. This is Maximum Black. Welcome to the OverDrive. We are in third gear. How is everybody doing? What's up with my strong peoples in the chat? Kylie Jane 79, greetings. Chef Disaster, what's up, my homie? Dame Frankie, greetings. Chaos, my regime brother. And my very strong peoples, Vonda Harris, always coming through for the brother, always support. Shout out to Vonda Harris, man. Y'all don't understand. Vonda is pro-black. She is on it. She support her black people to the fullest. Okay? Vonda is on it. Appreciate you, Vonda. Hold on, let me get mine before we get started here. See if anybody came up yet. Nope, still waiting for the panel to show up. Yeah, show Vonda some love, man. Vonda is pro-black. She support her black people. She is everywhere where we are. She has our back. She is always there supporting us. So, show her some love. Well, we got a good one lined up for you tonight, Welcome to the segment that I call the Great B-Tenders, AKA fake blacks, and the folly of embracing your enemies, AKA, again, fake blacks. We're going to get hard and heavy into that topic. I'm just waiting for a few people to come up on the panel, and we'll get started right away. No, thank you, Wanda. I appreciate you. Okay, I see what you do. I appreciate you. Thank you. And what's going on, Christine Williams? Glad to see you in the chat tonight. Supporting as always. Yeah, hey, Christine, Cynthia and Charles, they got a little history, man. They've been bumping heads for a minute. So I try to stay out of that. I knew it was going to get kind of heavy when she came up on the panel and he was up there. So there ain't really nothing I could do about that. I just try to keep it down to a minimum. But they're gonna bump heads. Can't nobody do nothing to stop them two from bumping heads. For some reason, they got an issue with each other. So it is what it is. And remember, this is the overdrive, so you can come up here and be a little bit over the top. Okay, this ain't for the faint of heart. Okay. Weak people may not, apply. This is the overdrive. We are a little over the top over here. We say what's on our mind. We don't hold back. Okay. So if people can't handle it up here, I suggest they stay away. We ain't no little boys and girls over here. We grown folks. So I'm just waiting for my brothers to show up on the panel here, waiting for them to rumble, tumble on over here. In the meantime, you guys missed it earlier. I had it right, but stay on topic. Sometimes we're gonna get a little off topic. We're steering back on topic. See, I listened to the chat. Okay, when Christine told me earlier that they was getting a little bit too much, I went up in there and muted everybody and got things back under control. So I do listen to my chat. So if you guys hear something going on, you done heard enough to say, yo, it's too much, and I'll go up there, I'll put a stop to it. All right. But like I said, this is the overdrive. You are allowed to be a little bit over the top. Yeah, it's in Discord, Cerulean. Hold on. You got Discord open? You want me to put it in the chat? Oh, let me post it again in Discord. Oh, let me see here. Put it back in Discord. Yeah, it's in Discord. I'll put it in there again. No, I'll put it here in the chat too, just in case. Yeah, so some of you guys weren't in here earlier when we it got kind of wild in here when I was doing the review of the Harriet Tubman movie, and it got a little wild up in here. Hey, Schooling, you missed it earlier, man. It got a little wild up in here, man. With oh man, Cynthia and Charles had a little thing going on, man. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, it got a little wild, man. That topic really got a little heated, man. Because I was breaking down the movie, and for the garbage it really was. So, some people got triggered, and Cynthia jumped up on the panel, and Charles was up here, and the old girl from Trinidad, she came up here. They got a little wild for a bit there, man. They was shouting and whatnot. Then my stream crashed and whatnot. They crashed my stream.
Like I told you, if I'm not mistaken, I did tell you earlier, right, that
Uh-huh.
that the bounty hunter in the Harriet movie
Uh-huh.
could have been plausible because Obsidian exists, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you did say that. Yeah,
Max, art imitates life.
I know, right? Yeah, Wanda, they got wild up in here. They crashed my stream crashed. I had to reboot my router. they got off the top of here, man. I was like, okay, well, it is the overdrive, so we are allowed to be a little over the top in here. So, yeah, it's really a topic. I picked this topic called the GreatBTenders, aka fake blacks, and the folly of embracing your enemies. Again, fake blacks. So let me start off here. Let's get with the B tenders, the phony blacks, the ones who have these streams and they look black and they sound black, but they talk white. They talk with a destructive mentality towards black people.
Oh, you
Such
mean
as
they pander to white folk under the auspice
yes,
that they're being critical of black folk?
yes, that and the ones who seem to have a problem with black women. How can you be black and pro-black and you got a problem with black women? I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. You can't be pro-black. You can't say you black and you got a problem with black women. So, you got these people doing these streams and they got these long streams talking about strags and whatnot, talking about black women are this, black women are that, and this. And they seem to have this anti-black agenda. See, because I'm gonna tell you like this here. If you are against black women, I have said this time and time again. If you are against black women, you are against black people. It's simple as that. It doesn't get any simpler than that. You can't be for black people and sitting up here bashing black women and yelling and screaming and blaming black women for every problem that we have. That is an anti-black stance. That's an anti-black approach. That's an anti-black agenda. You're not gonna tell me that you pro-black or you for black people when you're sitting up here railing on black women, talking about save yourself, black man, talking about brothers date outside your race, talking about brothers go jump on a plane and go fly 3,000 miles away and try those women over there who aren't black, non-black women. Like some foreign man gonna let you come to this country and set up shop and mess with his women. Like he's just gonna allow that to happen. Okay. Okay. So you got this thing out here, save yourself, black man, right? It's an anti-black agenda. That's an anti-black stance. Save yourself from what? Black women? Why are we saving ourselves from black women? We're supposed to love our black women and embrace our black women. So how can you be black if you're telling me as a black man to save myself from black women? That's anti-black. This is what I mean by fake blacks. We're listening to these phony black. These aren't black people. Okay? These are people who are actually working for racist white people. They're just in blackface. These are phony blacks. These are B-tenders. Okay, they are pretending to be black. I took the PRE off and just put the D dash there. B-tenders instead of pretenders. They are B-tenders. They are pretending to be black for the sake of getting a check, okay, from the white regime. It's lucrative for them to be B-tenders. Just ask ABL. He B-tends all the time. Ask him how lucrative it is. Maybe one day he'll show us one of those checks he gets from some of these white national groups who fund most of these B-tenders. And it's not hard to figure out who these people are. Okay, they're very obvious to pick out. All you got to do is listen to their rhetoric. So they start telling you that the black woman ain't no good and the black woman is and that. These are B-tenders. Like I said, I'll say it one more time. You can't be against black women and say that you're black. That doesn't work. You see, black people and black women, it's a package deal. They come together. You can't separate the two. You can't just say, hey, wait a minute. Let me put black women over here and black people over here. I'm gonna be against the black women, but I'm gonna go over here with the black people. Well, guess what? The black women are black people too. So if you separate black women from black people, guess what? There's no separation. As soon as you move the black people to one side, guess who's going with it? The black women. Why? Because they're black people. Again, if you are against them, you're against all of us. And see, and then again, we got the folly or the foolishness, right, of embracing enemies. You see, when these people have these anti-black agendas on these streams, too many times they are allowed, okay, to break intellectual bread with you. They sit down and have an intellectual dinner with you over these airways. And they just got finished spitting on you, spitting on your women, spitting on your children, right? You are embracing them and calling them brother and sister. Apparently, we don't seem to understand what a real enemy is. You don't see that. You don't see how an enemy's doing that with us. When have you seen anybody white throwing somebody black brains out, come over there and embrace the family? And again, they tell you, to forgive people, right? But they ain't forgiving nobody. And even and this, you got these B-tenders, right? Are on here just as cold-blooded, just as callous, right? As these cold-blooded race soldiers. Okay? As a matter of fact, I can make a case of some of them even worse by the rhetoric that they spew. Having a whole panel full of so-called black men talking about hating their black mothers. That's an absolute disgrace. Nobody in my neighborhood would ever talk like that. You wouldn't be allowed in my neighborhood if you just got finished sitting up there talking about brothers hate your black mothers. So you can get away with that crap here on YouTube. Okay, because can't nobody put their hands on you on YouTube. See, a lot of these guys getting away with this stuff because can't nobody put hands on them, see? I'm telling you right now, these guys wouldn't be like that in real life, okay? They won't walk around here running that, talking that craziness. There's nobody in my, I live in the hood. Ain't nobody in my hood talking about no red pill, blue pill, black pill nonsense. People got real problems and real, is anybody focusing on the red pill nonsense? You only hear that crap here on YouTube because you got so-called black males, right? Who are not only derelict in their masculinity, right? But they are irresponsible as well. They don't want to be held accountable for anything. This is why they hide behind these stupid ideologies like red pill, blue pill, and black pill. Like this shit is real. I guess it's that old saying, right? So only if you believe in something long enough, it becomes real, right?
Indeed.
Hold on 1 second here. Let me double check the, I got more people coming in. Got chaos up here. Yeah, so let me continue. And so when you have people sitting up on these streams, right? And all they do is tell you all of these troubles about Black women, right? But they don't take no responsibility for anything that the Black men do. We don't sit up here and talk about what we're not doing. You see, we're supposed to be out competing with other groups of men, okay? Building, fighting for a position out here, divvying up this land, right? So while we have our so-called men sitting up on YouTube arguing back and forth with who has a weave and who's wearing makeup and who's gone natural, who's selected, non-select, these other competing groups of men aren't playing games. They're out there dividing up the landscape that we live on, okay? They're competing to see who's get to be our landlord, who gets to extract more money, who get to extract the most money out of our communities. That's what they're competing over. They're playing the game for keeps. We sitting up here having, labs and Cheeto parties, talking about who's select and non-select, talking about BFF, talking about save yourself, Black man. Fuck to save yourself, Black man. You need to save yourself, Black man. Man, you need to save yourself from this destruction and this ass whooping that these other competing groups of men are putting on your hiney. That was you to save yourself from. Ain't the Black woman that's your enemy. These competing groups of men are out here ripping you a new asshole. And again, they are dividing up landscape, real estate. They're dividing up, economics to get to see who extracts the most money out of you, to get to see who turns you into, who gets to turn you into a permanent proverbial workhorse for their benefit.
Yeah, not yours.
Exactly. So you're talking about 400 years, right? Do you want to spend another 400 years in economic slavery? Because that's where you're headed if you're not already there. So while you're sitting up here talking about, oh, you know what? I'm sick and tired of her wearing weave and one side of her hair was longer than the other. While you're doing that, right? You're being put in economic slavery. Now, which is worse, physical slavery or economic slavery? I would say economic slavery is worse. You know why? Because it can last forever.
Well, physical slavery was economic slavery.
Oh, okay, there you go, Julian. My bad, my correction.
Slavery is economic.
Mm-hmm. They're headed for another 400 years of economic slavery. Maybe 1,000 at this point, when you look at what we have to work with as far as what a competing class of men are. Okay? We don't even have a serious group that's ready to get together and do something under one singular mindset. We got too many Negroes running around here talking about, well, it's the woman's fault. I can't do nothing unless the woman tell me to do something. Man, you better get it together quick. Ain't no other man out here caring about what no woman says. Only Black men are running around here doing that. This is why you don't have nothing out here in this real world. Dr. Claude Anderson said that we own 1/2 of 1%. You know how little that is? I mean, do you know how small that 1/2 of 1%? You may as well be in the negative. You're only probably saying 1/2 just to make you feel good so you don't feel totally dejected that in reality you own nothing at all. 1/2 of 1% of the wealth in this country. You may as well be an ant, right? Trying to go up against Godzilla. You don't own nothing, but yet you want to sit up here talking about get suited and booted. To do what? And the people who are telling you to get suited and booted, they don't even have a plan for you. They don't know economic plan. They're not coming behind and saying, oh, hey, you know what, get suited and booted so we can go up in here and go to this board of directors over at this bank and present a case so we can get this money so we can buy some property and start building some infrastructure. Nah, you don't hear none of it. They don't have no strategy. Just get suited and booted so you can go out there and become select. What, you want the woman to do everything? You want to live off the woman, you want to get suited and booted so you can go and spend her money? Why should she spend her resources on you? Resources that she worked hard for. We talked about this the other day, right? So when we talked about as a matter of fact, I believe none of them talked about this, right?
Indeed.
About a woman having $100,000 and a man making $40,000. Okay, that might have some truth to it, depending on what type of man he is. If he's one of these dudes that's getting suited and booted to go out here and chase some skirts or whatever, then he really ain't about nothing. And no, a woman shouldn't spend any time wasting her resources on a man like that. First of all, that's not a man in the first place. Okay, that's some young-minded dude who don't understand what time it is and don't realize that he's now an adult. He still thinks he's somewhere around 18, 19 years old, but yet he's in a 30-year-old frame, running right here thinking like a 19-year-old, thinking that all he got to do in life is to get suited and booted and look good and go mess with as many women as possible and never have to worry about building infrastructure or establishing anything in your community or taming the environment. I mean, you look at it this way. It's already we already in a situation where we're in neighborhoods that we don't control. Okay, many people, many black people are paying rent. Okay, it's getting to the point now to where you're going to see in the next, I say 5 years, somewhere around 80% of black people renting in this country. If we aren't already there, that's no power, that's no wealth, that's the you can't even speak up and be taken seriously when you are just renting and you don't own or control nothing in this country. No one is going to take you seriously. No one is going to listen to what you have to say. As a matter of fact, if you open up your mouth, you may annoy people because you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing that they can barter with. They may get upset with you because they're looking for something someone that they can exchange something with, right? You open up your mouth, but you don't have nothing to exchange with, so they may get mad at you for even talking because you don't own anything. You don't have enough interest that they want or that they can trade with, so they can increase their situation. People are looking to improve every day. Other races of men are looking to improve and barter and trade every single day. If you don't have nothing that is of use or nothing that they can nothing that they deem valuable, they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to be your friend. This isn't about making friends. These people are playing for real out here. Nobody wants to be out. We don't have any friends. If we do, can you point them out, please? Somebody point out the race of people that's our friend. I don't know of any. No one is coming to our aid. No one is offering to help. But you see anybody coming over here, intervening in our business? Saying, hey, police, can you stop shooting black people? Hey, that was wrong. You just blew away my man Castro in the car with his wife and his daughter in the back. That was wrong. I don't see anybody doing that. We want to sit up and have conversations with these people who are on ADOS. Why are we even entertaining what they have to say? Most of them come from countries that have government welfare that comes from this country. And when they come over here, they get more government aid, money that we don't even get. And they got to never tell us, well, this is what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. I don't have any time for that. These aren't our friends. So again, somebody point out the race of people that are our friends. We don't have any. All we have is each other. And we got a problem with each other because we got too many in-house enemies, too many homegrown house Negroes, turncoats, confidence men and women who are just looking to exploit their own people, land pirates, scoundrels, cowardly skeevers, festering bunglers. We're filled from the top to the bottom, from side to side with them. So we got an issue with that we got to deal with before we can even think about doing anything that's going to improve us as a whole. You're never going to amass any kind of power or wealth without unity. And that's what these other races of men, competing men, are achieving over us. You see, they don't even have to like each other, but they'll work together just to keep us down. We can't even do that. You think all of these white folks get along? All these different Caucasians, these Irish, these Jews, these Caucasians, you think they all get along? No. A lot of them hate each other. They kill each other too. But they'll work together just to keep you down. We won't even do that. We can't even work together to get one thing done. Hold on 1 second here. Let me check this thing here. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, and so we can't work together to get one thing done. Like I said, we don't have any allies. Okay, and so while we're sitting up here talking about who's select and non-select, talking about somebody's people, whatever, we're losing. And we're constantly losing, right? And the losers we seem to be supporting. Okay? These losers that are online, these B-tenders, they have huge followings. Why are Black losers on YouTube with large followings? You see all them losers over there in the conscious community, all them brainwashed, delusional Negroes talking about going back to Africa. You know how savage Africa is? You better stop listening to these delusional Negroes. Africa is one of the most savage, dangerous continents on this earth. Anything you see going over here, Africa puts it to shame. You have no idea what's really going on over there. Oh, you listen to these niggas on, oh, you know what? I just went to Senegal. I saw the pyramids. I'm Kemet. Man, look, the crap that they talking about is BS. That's not the real Africa. Okay? Me and my esteemed brother in here, we know what the real Africa is. We've seen it. Trust me, these conscious communities, they don't know the real Africa, and they're not telling you the whole story. Africa is one of the most dangerous, savage places on this planet. The brutality that takes place over there, right, is unconscionable.
I'll put it like this. Imagine America, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a completely destabilized state with no state execution for law enforcement.
Wow. I didn't even look at it that way. The law enforcement
state. You're talking about in states.
Yeah. The law enforcement walks around there, right? They carry the death penalty everywhere they go. They will run up in you see, Africa has a lot of large families, right? Your whole family over there can get wiped out down to the last man and child simply because of your political beliefs. You ain't got to be doing nothing wrong. If you got Uber Java over here in Kenya running for office, and he's talking about this, and that, and then you got Mobutu over here in Senegal, you side with Mobutu, everybody from Uber Java gonna kill you. They're gonna kill your whole family. They will run up in your house and walk your whole family outside and down the road and blow everybody's brains out, leave you dead there in the street. For buzzers, they won't even bury you. They let buzzers come by and pick on your carcass until they pick your bones clean. That's what's going on in Africa, and I'm being light with it. So all this, let's go back to Africa, man. You better know where you're going in Africa. Better stop listening to these delusional Negroes over here in the conscious community. They're not telling you about the real Africa. They're telling you some sugar-coated fairy tale. Africa is a real place with real danger, with real evil, with real death and destruction. Go back there. Go. First of all, you ain't. What kills me is this, right?
They ain't
They
never
got
been to Africa.
Huh?
They said niggas ain't never been to Africa. That's how you can say that.
Exactly. Ain't even been to Africa. See, we ex-military, we've been out there. We know what's out there. Okay. They don't walk around with guns, automatic weapons for nothing around there. Okay. You see, they won't tell you. They won't show you what's really going on over there, and how heavily armed the so-called militia or the local police are. They look like soldiers walking around out there. They don't walk around here in police uniforms and dress blues with badges and whatnot. Man, these dudes is combat down. Fatigues, body armor, high-power automatic rifles with laser sighting, grenades, steel-toed jump boots. This is the local police in many of the areas. And then the ones who do dress normal, they cold-blooded killers. Just take a look at the cops over in Kenya. Man, they cold-blooded killers, man, they will blow you away. And broad daylight, they will bet you up out there. In the middle of a crowd, they don't even care where they at. They'll bust off on you in the middle of a grocery store, they don't care. You don't even know what you're getting into. You have no idea the type of environment that you're going into. Going to Africa. Ain't nobody going to help you. You can't really call the police unless you may be somewhere in Nairobi, somewhere where they, kind of civilized. You may be able to get away with calling the police over there. But in most of Africa, you can't call the police. You'd be lucky if the police show up and don't kill you. In some places in Africa.
Yeah, or ask you for money.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them show up.
Take your money.
Exactly. Soon I forgot about that. You call some of them, they'll show up and ask you for some money. If you can't pay them, they'll bust a cap in your behind. See, they won't tell you about this, you see. They don't tell you this stuff. What they tell you is BS about, Egypt, how we were kings and who was pre-dynastic, Dr. York's son with all this phony BS. That dude Jabari over there with his BS about Kemet going to the pyramid. First of all, the pyramids are tombs. They're large tombs. Big giant coffins. What are you going to see in there? I mean, you can go over there and see, how big they are. I mean, they are gigantic. I give you that. They are gigantic, okay? But they're tombs. Somebody dead was in there. If they haven't dug them out and took all the gold by now. That's another thing. You don't hear these Negroes over there in the conference talking about, hey, you know what? Let's get one of these expeditions together, get a couple of picks and do some Indiana Jones stuff and go over there and dig some of these Negroes up and get this money. Why not? They're dead already. They ain't using it no how. You know the guy who dug up King Tut? I think he's from France. Cerulean?
Yeah.
He's from France?
Champollion.
Yeah, they dug King Tut up and jacked him for $1 billion in gold. $1 billion in gold. He dug up this dead Negro and jacked him for all of his gold. And went back to France with it.
Yeah.
Now you want to have a productive discussion about Egypt. How about we get one of these expeditions together and get us a couple of Indiana Jones hats and some maps and go over there and dig up a couple of these dead bodies and get that gold. Everybody else is doing it. Why not? Ain't like the mummies are going to say anything about it. I don't hear those conversations going on. Oh, we wouldn't dare disrespect. Everybody else is disrespecting them. And the pharaohs, they were all gay anyway. They were all homosexuals anyway. A lot of them had love affairs with dogs. You know how many? You know some of them are buried with something like 18 to 19 dogs. Bestiality was heavy over there back then. It was so bad. I believe one of the pharaohs who was in his right mind declared that if you got caught having sex with an animal, you was put to death. It was a death sentence. Who cares about? Hey, go, hey, pick them up. Get the money. I'm with. If we're gonna have an expedition, I'm gonna go over there with an anthropologist and dig stuff up or whatever, okay, and try to find these tools to get this money. I'm all with it. I don't want to go over there and see some giant coffin where somebody dead used to be. I'm not interested in that. Show me where the gold is. Okay, let's have one of those expeditions. You see, we don't even have the wherewithal to put together our own expeditions if these are supposed to be our people and all, right? And it's supposed to be for educational purposes. We're supposed to go and find out about our ancestors as well. Let's go dig them up. We can learn a lot more by digging them up and what kind of gold that they had. We can study the gold that they used to use, you know? Hey, man, this dude, hey, check this out, man. Dude wore like pure gold around his wrist. This must be worth $30 million. I'd rather be doing that. Okay, and then let's hike it all the way back over here with all that gold. And live like real kings and queens, like they doing over in France, like that dude doing over in France with King Tut's go. $1 billion, he jacked that man, he jacked that boy for $1 billion. And nobody said nothing about it. The government over there didn't try to stop it. Nothing. So these people are going to be digging up your ancestors that you're so fond of. How come you're not over there? They got the Valley of the Kings over there in Egypt. I haven't seen one black person or heard of one black person go over there yet. See, Negroes are playing games. They really ain't about that life, okay? They just want to hit you for views because they want to talk BS. They ain't really about that. Like, they ain't really going over there for no real encounters. These other races of men, right? They on that life for real. They're going to dig up dead bodies. They jacking gold. These niggas over there talking about some, yo, look at the knowledge. Look at these people on these walls and whatnot. What do we have here? We have somebody sitting in the chair, look like he's pointing up to the sky. That means he's looking at the celestial alignment of the stars. And the stars now, it says, oh my God, look at that. That's the Big Dipper. That's ISIS over there. Man, that's BS. Stop listening to that cartoonish nonsense. Let's go over there, dig up some bodies, and jack some gold. That's where the business is. Everybody else is doing it but black people. You think, let me tell you something. Cerulean said something to me that really made me think, okay? We in here was talking about savage nature one time, okay? And I was telling him, I said, you know what, Cerulean, you know, morals keep us from being savages. And he said to me, he said, but what if our true nature is savagery? What if we're pretending, what if we're really savages?
I didn't say what if, I said our true nature is that savage. Yeah, okay.
And it got me to thinking, what if he's right? What if we just savages pretending to be good people? What if it's perfectly natural for us to go over there and dig up these dead bodies and jack this gold? Other people don't seem to have any problem with it. They don't seem to have any remorse when they go up there and dig it. That dude who dug up King Tut, he wasn't crying about it.
Of course not.
He didn't feel no kind of way about it. No, Frankie. There's still some tombs over there. They're looking for. They still haven't found the tomb of Isis yet that they think has the most gold the world has ever seen. They still haven't found her yet. They haven't found the tomb of Ra yet. There's still some tombs over there that they're looking for. There's a couple of pharaohs, ancient pharaohs that they're looking for that's supposed to have amassed a lot of gold too. They haven't found them yet either. But they got a bunch of, you're right, they got a bunch of them. They got King Tut. I think King Tut was their biggest find, I believe. $1 billion in gold, but they said there's people, they said that there's one still out there with 10 times that much. The tomb of Isis is rumored to have 20 times that much. But they don't know what it is yet. They know it's somewhere. They don't believe it's in Egypt. They believe it's somewhere over here on this side of America. They believe they found it in the Grand Canyon, but they don't know yet. Hey, what's going on, Dollface? But yeah, so hold on one second here. Let me double check to make sure. And yeah, so getting back to what I was saying, these pretenders, these fake black people. I ain't even gonna say pro-black, and it's these fake blacks, right, who always have something to say about us pro-blacks, because we care about our people, because we care about our women, because we care about our children. We got to be fake pro-blacks, or we got to be blackity blacks. Okay, even though they're pretending to be black, they're not black at all because they don't have any black agendas. All their agendas are white, European agendas. Okay, they're looking to exploit you like white people do. They look at you the same way white people do. They look at our children the same way white people look at you. These people see our children as super predators, the same as Hillary Clinton. You can tell by the way they talk. Not going, they have extreme colorism. If you they're going to kidnap you and make you a slave forever. Oh yeah, are you talking about Africa, Dame Frankie? Yeah, and so right, and so the fake blacks. Like I said, they're easy to spot. Just listen to the rhetoric. As soon as you start hearing black women this, and I can't do this, and I can't do that because the black women, and then you hearing black on black crime or whatever, these are your fake blacks. The problem is we keep embracing them. They're allowed on our panels. We sit up here and we break intellectual bread with them, okay? Like they really have something to say that's significant to our cause or that's going to help us improve ourselves. When they don't, all they do is spew out negative energy, talk down to us, say bad things about our women, right? And call us hoodlums and crooks and criminals. And don't even get me started on the Pookie and Ray Ray thing. See, with these people, they just like whites. Once something, always something. They don't never forgive anything. White people don't forgive anything. Once you break the law to them, you always broke the law. You're always gonna break the law. You can break the law when you're 12 years old and never do it again, right? And if you live to be 90 years old, they're still gonna talk about, oh, well, you were a felon, you broke the law when you was 12 years old. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way these fake blacks are. They side with the police. They side with the racist ideology of these white nationalists. And they sit up on your panels. Guys like Nagoon and Cream. Are you kidding me? Cream is a disgrace. And I have no problem telling them that to my, premium, if you're listening, right? You are a disgrace to Black people. I have no problem telling you that to your face. He's a disgrace. Why is he on anybody's panel? It's a disgrace. This is, and these are the kind of fake Blacks that we allow on our panels, right? To have conversations with us, to get into our business. And for some reason, we seem to think that they're brothers and sisters. They're not your brothers and sisters. When they were on these panels talking about Black on Black crime, blaming you, telling you that you're no good, calling out women park apes, porch monkeys, and the like, these aren't your brothers and sisters. It's about time we start to understand that and stop embracing these people. Stop giving them the time of the day. Stop supporting their platforms. There should be no reason why these losers have these large followings that are supported by us. I mean, you got a person out here, you got a couple of people out here who make a living off of bashing Black women. Why are they supported by us? You got people out here who make a living off of supporting bashing Black men. Why are they supported by us? We got to cut this out. White people don't do that. If they find a turncoat that's against their agenda, whatever, they get rid of them or they oust that person. They don't do business with that person. They don't embrace that person. You kidding me? They don't do that. Other races of men and women do not do that. They don't embrace their enemy because they understand what a real enemy is. Once you go against the ideology that's destructive against what they're trying to do, you are gone. You are an enemy. You're done. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no sitting down having powwows with you. Ain't no calling you brother. Ain't none of that happening. But for some reason, the Black folk, oh, this is my brother and sister. What are you talking about? This is the same person that will sit there and pull a gun out on you and pull the trigger just like a race soldier white cop would. Man, have you heard some of these dudes, man? These guys in there talking about, I never get the one situation with the one sister that was in Walmart that was teaching her daughter how to drive and she was pregnant. And then the fat, white, nasty dude rolled up on her and started screaming on her. You should have heard what these cowards were saying. Well, she should have got out of the car. She should have got her fat ass out of the car. You know? You're talking about cowardly. Oh, she should have got out of the car. She should have got, what do you mean? It's a free country. She can get out of her own car. But you never heard them say nothing about the man who had no business approaching her, right? Because she was minding her own business. They never said nothing about the race soldier and the racists that approached her and started screaming on her, right? Because she was pregnant. He saw her as a soft target. That's why he had the courage to do that. They never said anything about that though, right? They blamed her for everything. She shouldn't have got out of the car. These are some of the most cowardly Negroes I've ever seen in my life. And the cowardice that they display, right, is the kind that makes you really, really angry inside. It makes you mad with anger that they're so cowardly. She shouldn't have got out of the car. If you're that scared, right? If you're that scared, just go and if you're that scared, right? Just go on and put on a dress and be done with it. Get her put on some makeup, some heels, okay, go get a wig, all right, put on a dress. If you're that scared to be a man. Go on over to the feminine side. Get it over with. All this shit gonna be pushed on our people every. What are you talking about, Iron Fist? Iron Fist Spiral. Iron Fist Spiral. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. So okay, so that's basically what I wanted to get that out there about these pretenders and the folly of embracing that. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you like this here, right? you're going to embrace your enemies to the point where it will become your undoing. Okay? It's going to become your over. Hold on, hold on, let me make sure this is right here. Let me double check something. Yeah. People like ABL, people like Cream, you know, they should never be allowed to be in your personal space among people that you respect. I would never respect somebody that has an anti-Black agenda. And again, you against Black women, as far as I'm concerned, you got an anti-Black agenda. Because you can't be down with Black people, right? And you don't like Black women. To me, it's a package deal. You can't separate the two. They don't come separate. Mr. Gray.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm at the end of my rant. And yeah, so let's get into something here, man. Just saying about the stereotype, how they love saying the angry Black woman. Yeah, the angry Black woman. Again, that's anti-Black. Yeah, Mr. Gray, I just wanted to get that off my chest about these fake Blacks and how we have to stop embracing them and giving them airtime and giving them attention and supporting them. Like I said, there shouldn't be a reason why some of these guys have large platforms.
Yeah. Well, not
Save
all,
yourself, huh?
well, not all skin folk are your kinfolk.
Well, save yourself, Black man is to me is an anti-Black stance. Save yourself what? You know what? These things, right? When they talk about when they say these things, right? They don't never tell us to create anything or build anything, or they tell us stuff like run away. Okay, who is that? Now that insulting a woman, we are not cowards. Yeah, well, Frankie, yeah, you know, they may as well go on and on a dress.
That cowards do like to go for soft targets because you know they're inherently afraid of competition, which means that they're afraid of conflict. This is why, you know, they focus their attention on the soft targets and not the competing group of men.
That was you had to be here earlier, so I mean, we had a good discussion. This Trinidad woman came up here, really lit it up. She, I think her premise was that we shouldn't shun people who are not ADOS because there are people who are not ADOS that support our stance. And I'm like, well, I haven't seen
We're not,
that yet, but
we're not against
people claim
those.
that that's out there, huh?
That's the thing. We're not against those people, right? What we're against is those that will use that kind of, you got to stop being lazy, looking for a handout. See, now that rhetoric, a non-ADOS person that says that type of thing, see, now I have to, you know, launch my spears. You know, you see, because now we have to talk about the foreign aid welfare program.
Yeah, she pretty much went to that. She was saying that we don't understand how politics work. They work the same all over the world, she said. Something like that. Like I said, chaos. Chaos, can you come off mute for a minute?
Yeah.
Chaos, you and I had a pretty good discussion. What was she saying again? She was saying that politics work the same. I heard her say something about politics.
She said the politics in our country, I can't remember, it's something to do with the money, but really truly it does really deal with that. Say, all right, your politics corrupt. All right. That is the issue between the people that's in the island to deal with that. And if you think about it, if these pilots get money, they're getting money from foreign aid from America. Besides their original slave masters. So whatever the money they get, what are they doing with the money? You get me?
Mm-hmm.
But you see, the problem is your thing shut off unexpectedly, and we didn't really get to the. And you know, I was surprised that you didn't come on, Cerulean, because usually I could probably press the issue if I got a better understanding. But you bit more, you got this down pat than me.
I wish he was on here too.
You know what I'm saying? Then
She
me
really
and
lit it up.
we call it Max.
But Charles did a good job.
We already know the game already. Right. And mind you, if she's on here and she's down, fine. That's fine. But you know, like I said, Crew probably brought her on here just to rebuttal from what you did on a broadcast, because they were not around when you did a broadcast. But when you did this
you're talking about when we went in on the African people?
Yeah.
Because I noticed,
that's not from this country, you know?
Yeah, I noticed two of them showed up, right? It was her and there was one in the chat too. So it was one in the right on the panel. That was the Trinidad girl. I think her name was she pronounced it Rubica or something like that. Right?
She was on the panel.
Yeah, she was on the panel. Then the one that's called Jam Cam, right? She was also a Trinidadian. She was in the chat. So she was shooting from the chat, and Rubica was up on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I did notice that Crew was side with a little bit, because that's why Charles told him to stop caping, remember?
Yeah, he was caping, because think about it. All of a sudden the Crew came on the line and these women came up. One of them. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. I
didn't have a
problem with it. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it. My issue was
Crew got to understand that. Think about it, Charles. I'm not gonna bring nobody that's from an island that says K for ADOS on this panel.
Where is Charles? Can you get a hold of Charles right now?
Well, if I jump off this, you're gonna have to jump. You're gonna put back on right away.
Yeah, I put you back on right away. Yeah.
Let me see what I can do. Let me leave this.
Yes, when he is right. When Crew showed up, I didn't have a problem with it, right? The issue was I don't know how the topic got on ADOS, because we was talking about Harriet Tubman, and then we just switched gears, because at first she started in the chat room, right? She was taking a shot at Charles because Cynthia Charles got into it, right? And she jumped on the panel, and then they got into it even more. And she was hitting on about how we don't, something about we don't know the politics, and politics work the same all over the world. Something like that. I was kind of half listening because I was also in the chat. There you go. Hey, Charles, come on up here, man. Well, let me put the link in the chat. Well, let me get the link. There you go, Charles. Come on up. You there, Cerulean?
I am still here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if she comes. I'm trying to see if she comes back in the chat too. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Like I said, it got kind of wild up in here, man, because it was between her and Cynthia, and Charles argued that she was jumping in with the ADOS stuff, and Crew. I think Crew got called out for caping, right? Wow, it was pretty wild, man. It was a lot of fun, man. It was one of the liveliest streams I had yet. I still don't know what her whole issue was. I think that she felt that we were shunning non-ADOS people. We're pushing non-ADOS people away who are supporting us, okay? And people question her on that too. Yeah, okay, I see the chat. I just sent the link. It's in the chat. Chaos. Yes, so that's what her stance was, pretty much, that we didn't know how to
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles in the chat room.
That's what her stance was, pretty much. Yeah. I sent the link. I dropped the link in the chat room for him.
Yeah, Charles, come back up, please. Please, sir. Come back. Yeah. So, you know.
Her whole thing was we didn't understand anything, right? She pretty much basically said we didn't understand nothing. And
we don't
understand
this country, and we live in this country. Ain't that something?
Right. Right, and how the politics, we don't understand that the politics works the same all around the world. I'm not sure what she meant by that either, but I guess if she's saying that all of the politicians are in cahoots with each other around the world, I would probably believe that.
Let me tell you something, man. These women don't know nothing, Max. And that's what I'm starting to conclude, because they like to hear themselves talk, but they don't really know nothing, really, think about it, especially ones that's not from this country.
Well, you couldn't tell her nothing because she kept talking. She wouldn't stop talking, remember? I had to put her on mute. Yeah, because she started yelling and screaming. I had to put her on mute.
Yeah. And then she up here trying to fall in love, use some Bible shit, talking about you must love these people. And I said, no, you do not. And she trying to fight me on that. So obviously you don't know nothing. You still capable. Listen, Charles. Listen, Max. She was capable for non-Black people. You need to go back to that replay and listen to the whole discussion.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up. Hold on 1 second. I can pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, please do. I wish I could have marked the time, make it easier, but you know, when you're live, you don't really focus on things.
I don't think it's ready yet. I can't pull it up. No.
Yeah, it is ready.
It is?
Yeah, just open another window, go to your channel, and it's there. Okay. Or no matter if you have to go to your channel, go to, just hit the, where all your videos are before you go into the main channel on your studio. It should be there. Don't go to your studio. Just click on the one that's there.
Hold on 1 second. Come on, man, really?
Actually, I was waiting, and please like the video. I'm not sure how many people's watching the stream, but if you have more than 25 or 15 people, you must like the video. And I'm checking now. Yeah, we have like 9. But no matter. Anybody that's here watching new or anything upcoming, watching stream, like the video. You guys share this. Everybody know
right now.
Max is live.
Stream is running slow all of a sudden. All right, okay, I got my channel up over here. All right, let me see. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's the other one. Okay, here it is. Okay, let me see if I can get it up.
Creative master, right? They made. Go ahead, Joe. What's the stuff here? What does she have to say? See, this is the point. This is the point in principle that.
Can you guys hear?
They want to ruin the relationship. Like when we have a fought for.
Okay.
I said it was the worst movie I've seen
Okay, honey.
I don't give a fuck. If you're doing something good for my people, I don't give a shit. Well, that's what you call them.
Oh, nobody like you.
No.
What? Recent history is.
There she go. There she go. Hold on.
Time you were Black American, so you're dead. Oh, we knew voices have big. And as a Trinidadian, right now in Trinidad, it's raining outside.
Okay, can y'all hear?
I am rooting for so goes America, so goes the rest of the world, right? For the most seen Black people on the face of the earth. But you, instead of you see how much we look up to you guys, and that you set a standard for the best hope for who we can be. Remember, most Black people are poor worldwide and powerless too. So when we see you Black Americans being portrayed in positive ways, it makes us dream bigger, it makes us hope bigger. And yes, some of us want to come over there and live the dream too. But we will come over there and live the dream that you set the standard for. 60% of Black Americans are not living in poverty. You got jobs, you go to work every day where in jobs for white people where they pollute the food, pollute the air. I mean, they do all sorts of things that is detrimental to not just Black areas people, just people in general, right? And you keep your mouth shut and you do your job and you take a paycheck and you go home. But then,
Okay, let me stop right there. Okay. All right, see, I didn't hear all of that. See, wait a minute. Is she downplaying what we go through?
That's
That
what
doesn't
it,
sound
that's
like
what
to
you
me.
heard. If that's what you heard.
All right.
and when a Black person gets a little bit of power, I sit there in Trinidad today when I was watching this Obama thing play out. No, we from the outside, we're looking in. And it's like, woo, go Black Americans, woo, at the time you were Black Americans, so you're idiots. You know, so whatever. 15 years, that'll change. But, you know, we watched but we always knew that he wasn't going to get much done because two things was in place. Obama said in his first interview with Michelle Obama on, are they going to keep their campaign promises? Michelle said she's going to hold them to it. So she's going to be in the base, like, what you doing, Barack? What you doing, Barack? But here's what's going on the outside. The Republicans came out and said that they're going to make sure that his presidency is a failed presidency. And you got a president with the least amount of government appointees than any in what? Recent history in the what? The last what? 70, 80 years? Every 4 years you all change president? Come on. Really? You all know he was up against the war. He had two choices to run to place in America. He could have played with the backing of the Black people, but they outmaneuver you all from the minute the preacher said, God damn America. And you all allowed him to be kicked. You all allowed him to be kicked out of the Black church. Now the Black, please let me finish. Please let me finish. I wouldn't go on for long. I wouldn't go on for longer. I'm going to stay on mute most of the time. Let me finish this thought before I lose it. You all allowed him to be kicked out of the Black church. Now by allowing him to be kicked out of the Black church, what you did was allow him to be cut off from air on the ground. That was the only way to interact with Obama. Other than that, I see no movement. Okay, what is the most pressing need that Black Americans have right now? You have one law. If you had one law, one thing that needed to be fixed, that you could put all of Black, let's say you say immigrants only like 3 million, you know.
All right, that's about enough. Wow. So what are we supposed to do, bro?
I tell you, man.
Why do non-AS ADOS people insist on interfering in our business? And what is she talking about? Talking about we set the standard, or we are the ones, you know, when they see us what? What are they watching Hollywood films?
I don't think so.
They must be talking about that. If they think that we're in great shape, you're talking about y'all got it going on. She basically saying we got it going on over here, and that we inspire them. Are you kidding me? What you looking at, a movie? You watching movies? They must be watching movies.
Gotta be.
Nope.
Did you hear what she said?
See, that's
Where are you getting it? Huh? What's that?
I said that's the veil, the decadent veil. See, being in America, right? All these foreigners have the impression that all Americans are just, you know, they're doing well, so well economically. See, that goes back to that credit hiding the reality of poverty. See what I'm saying? So a country that they think is rich, i.e. America, apparently anybody that lives there is doing well, right?
Yeah.
They must be watching it. Well, they can only be getting this from movies, man. They can't be over here seeing what's really going on and thinking that we're rich or we got it like that. No. So I can't believe how naive foreign people are, man. Especially as adults.
It's relativism, Max.
How can she be that naive, though?
Max, it's called relativism, right? If you come from a destabilized country, right?
Right.
And then you see a country like America. You see travelers coming from America, right?
Right.
It gives the illusion that America is doing so well, especially when you got in talk about passports. It gives the false illusion that black Americans are just doing so well. When politically we've been lazy, politically we're fucked up. Niggas not even paying attention to policy. They think just because they can get a fucking passport that they're fucking free, Max.
Yeah, and that's how most of these dudes when they leave, when they go across Brazil, like they're free.
Wow.
They think we live in a lap of luxury. Now you look at where they are relative to their own country, it would seem so.
Wow. What am I, from another planet or something, man? I mean, I don't. You know, when I went to Asia for the first time, right? I grew up on karate flicks. You know, they called them kung fu flicks. You know, every Saturday at 3 o'clock on Channel 5, you get a kung fu movie called Kung Fu Theater, whatever it was, right? The first time I went to China, I didn't think all Chinese people knew kung fu. I didn't go there thinking like that.
But when it comes to the Negro, they think like that. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, but you don't tell me because you see what's going on. Oh, okay, you see travelers coming from America. I get it. Most of these travelers are white. Okay, but I take it that you're not distinguishing anything when it comes down to color for some reason, right? Some reason foreign black people seem to think all of us are just Americans and we're not black or white or whatever. But most of these travelers that they see are white business people or white people taking vacations overseas because they want to have black people wait on them hand and foot. And so you see that, and right away you assume because we're Black Americans, we got a piece of this pie. We're rich. We're living up the lap of luxury.
Let's see. Hold on, Max, because you got a contingent of Negroes, derelict Negro males, right here in this country that assume that because they're in Africa, that the women there are better simply because they're non-American.
Mm-hmm.
See, all of this shit is based on assumption, man. Like when niggas wake up and realize the fucking trick bag has been put on them over their fucking heads. Like when are niggas gonna realize that? It's just like the non-ADO West, right? Foreigner thinks that we're all just living in a lap of luxury. See, it's easy to assume that we live in a lap of luxury when you're living in squalor of a destabilized country. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Cerulean. Hello?
Yeah.
So what happens about the black cis-feel that said the foreign men getting a foreign black man different from Black American? Isn't that the same thing as well?
Yeah.
But I see some of the sisters push to say they should go deal with a foreign black man. Like it's gonna be better than the regular black man in America. And I know countless stories of a lot of foreign black men that be tricking these sisters once they get to America. They don't talk about that. I mean, at the end of that, it's all we got, man. Ain't no person either born here outside America that's black. No different, no better.
But you're going over there thinking that the women are different or they're somehow better, but you have to deal with the foreign man that's over there. And he's not fond of you in the first place, coming over there infringing on his space with his women. Mm-hmm. These delusional dudes over here seem to think that they can go anywhere in the world and just mess with foreign men's women, and like the foreign men are going to be cool with that. Like I said, these Negroes are delusional. We have to stop listening to these people talk this craziness. They don't just work like that. Even when we was over in Japan in the military, understand we were in the military, so nobody wanted to run down on us because they didn't want that work.
Yeah, because you got skills, and it shows about that.
Right, exactly. They didn't want that work. But if you over there, you non-military, it's a whole different ball game. I mean, I lived in Japan without being in the military, and it's a whole different situation over there. I mean, of course, they're not as ruthless as other places, but man, it's different when you don't have the backing of the military. So you don't just walk around in these countries and talking about because you black, you're gonna mess with this woman and that woman. Man, these dudes will kill you over there.
Mm-hmm. Look at the foreign exchange student from Africa that was messing with a Chinese girl. Them boys beat him with pipes to death.
Then Frankie says she want to be a fly on the wall when they go to these other countries and find the same thing that they're running away from here.
They'll never admit it when they come back. They'll come back with stories like, yeah, I have fun. They're going to tell you that they probably got treated worse. In many cases.
Yeah, I think they got treated. Come on, Sully. We done been to these countries. We know what's out there. You and I both done lived in Japan. We both done traveled to multiple Asian countries, European countries, African countries. We know what's out there. These guys are lying. They're feeding people.
They're lying their fucking ass off. What are you talking about? Yeah. They're lying. They're lying their motherfucking through their fucking teeth.
Yeah, they're not telling people the whole truth. They're telling you lie. They're giving you the PG.
I'll be back, you guys. I'll be back. I gotta do something.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they're giving you the parts that are usually frequent by the military. Okay. You're not gonna, okay, if you in Pohang, Korea, right? That means most likely you're out there with the military. So be, you're not going to experience the kind of Pohang Korea you would experience as if you were in the military. Nobody wants any smoke with the military. So pretty much where you go in this country, you got military backing you up, pretty much you're going to be fine because nobody just don't want no smoke. Okay. So yeah, they're going to tell you from that perspective, from military perspective, that yeah, it's nice for the military guys. Okay. For
Yeah.
ordinary people who go over there, it's a whole different ballgame. Even when we was in Australia, we had a lot of problems with the local dudes there because they didn't like us being around their women. Okay, we got into fights with them down there in the local pubs. Everywhere we went as military, we was getting into fights with the local men. And they knew we were military and they were still fighting us. So imagine if you're not from the military and you go over there talking about you want to be with one of those women. Are you what? These other races of men don't want you in their country, messing with their women. They don't. They don't like you. They're not your friend. They don't want. Listen. I never went to one country to where the only country that I became friends with a male. I had maybe 2 or 3 male friends. That was in Japan because that was my home base, and I was over there for years. Okay, so eventually over the years you get to know people or whatever, right? Um, and then you make friends that way. But other than that, I've never went to a foreign country to where the males wanted to be my friend. Never. And they come up and tell me, yo, what's up, man? Let's be friends. Let's be homie chomies. Nah, they wasn't on it like that. They didn't even first one they had to do with me. That's one. Two, I was their enemy and their competition. They didn't want me messing with their women. Okay, they didn't want no, they didn't have no respect for me over there. Okay, so this
Think
notion
about that, Max.
huh?
You said they don't want you messing with their women. So
No, they don't.
how these dudes go into other countries and they think they entertain some really low level women of that country?
No, it's not even about low level. And I don't know about low level, but
Like the dirty foot type chicks that they messing with.
I don't know about that. But what I'm saying is this, right? They go under the auspices of the military because the military is big in a lot of these countries.
Yeah,
okay. So if you go under there with some kind of military backing or whatever, then yeah, people aren't going to bother you. They're telling you they don't want you smoke with the military. Okay.
Yeah.
But even then, as a sailor, we still got into fights in town because the guys were so jealous they didn't want us around their women. So we still had to fight. So imagine if you go under there and you're not under the protection of the United States government. You don't have the military backing you up. Imagine what happens to you then. Everything gets turned up. Look what happened to that one dude over there, that black dude. I think he was in Greece, right?
Yeah, he got killed. He was messing with a woman.
Yeah, they beat him to death in a matter of what, a minute or two? Because
and his boys watched him get beaten to death.
Right, he was in the bar talking to one of the Greek women, right?
Yeah.
Or women, right?
Yeah.
And look what they did to him. Yeah. He was over there with no protection of the military. He didn't have any military backing him up. He had no base to come out of. He wasn't dressed in any kind of dress blues or dress whites or any type of uniform. He was a regular dude over there, which I still have no idea why he was over there. Okay, by himself with no protection.
Actually, Max, the boy that was in Greece, he just graduated college.
Yeah, but still, he shouldn't have went over there.
I know, but
not without military protection.
But you see, a lot of brothers failed that because that we live in a post-racial society that they think outside America is the same thing.
Well, that's
what's getting them killed. You see, the problem with our youth, Max, and let's be real, they're not prepared for the real world. The only time they really see the beast really is when they're in that field, when they have to compete in that marketing field.
Well, what happened to him was the real world. See, that's what happens for real when you over there and you don't have the protection of the military behind you. These men
I'm not thinking like that.
Hold on one second, man. These men don't want you over there, man. They hate you. They don't want you in their country. And what happened to him is the reality of what really goes on over there when you don't have the backing of the military. So this nonsense that these guys are talking about, yeah, you're gonna go over here and get all of these women, man, that's BS. You better know somebody when you get over there to keep from losing your life. You don't want to go over there and say, oh, I'm an American, I'm a farmer, or I got a bus back home, I'm just here on vacation. I come to get me some women. Man, you'll get your cat peeled over there. You ain't got no back, and they ain't got to deal with the military either. These people can kill you over there, and they'll never find out who did it. Like I said, what happened to that black dude, God rest his soul, is more of a reality of what's really going on without the backing of the military. These foreign men, they hate us. I mean, they hate us. They're not going to be cool when you, and you know what? And he died over a woman because he was there with a female.
He died over a white woman.
Look how jealous all of the men were. Even the bouncer jumped on him. And you don't tell me you're gonna go to another country talking about, well, these women are better than black women. Let me go over here and sow my wild oats. Oh, you're gonna sow some wild oats, all right. You're gonna sell all of them. Every last one of them. And you won't be able to get any change back either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the realistic part of what goes on in these other countries. So these guys, we're talking about going to different countries or whatever, they're just talking. They're talking to be talking. It don't work like that. And it's sure enough isn't that easy. Hold on one second. Let me see if anybody's over here. It's sure enough isn't that easy. You know, and like I said, to put that kind of information out is reckless. Because you're not telling people the whole story. A lot of times when you hear stuff like this, it's from military personnel. You think about it. When's the last time you heard a story from a person who went to a foreign country that wasn't backed by the military? That wasn't military. Huh?
I rarely hear.
Very hear of it. And the ones that you do hear about, right? They know somebody over there. They got family over there, or they know people over there that they can go and stay with. You see, if you go to Cuba, right?
Yeah.
If you know a family over there, then that family can protect you. You go to the Philippines and you know somebody over there. So you go over there, you know Manny Pacquiao, right? Ain't nobody bothering you. You know Manny Pacquiao. You know, Manny Pacquiao, you know him, ain't nobody bothering you. But go over there by yourself talking crazy, talking about, yeah, I'm over here to get these women. And man. And like I said, you know, this is reckless rhetoric, you know, telling guys, listen, don't mess with black women here. Go overseas, go down to Brazil. You know how dangerous it is in Brazil?
Brazil is second in black on black violence or violence generally in the world.
Again, see, this is the problem I have with this reckless, you know, they're not telling people the whole story. It's extremely dangerous in Brazil. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was my stream again. Yeah,
No,
it's
I'm listening. I'm not. Go ahead.
it's extremely violent in Brazil. Okay, extremely violent. And this is what they don't tell you when they talk about these places, right? They don't tell you the element that exists in these places. Okay, you got people over there that hate you because you're an American. Forget about you being black. They hate you because you're an American, period.
Mm-hmm. They said, "Are you American? Oh, we hate y'all."
Something's happening to my stream.
Matter of fact, let me use my phone, Max. I'm gonna so I get better volume. Let me do this. Hold on a second, people.
Oh, OBS. My OBS is crashed.
I'm gonna go on my phone on Zoom. Give me a second. Let me check.
Let me restart my OBS.
All right, Max. You mind? I'm gonna open up on my other device. So let me exit this one. So if you see me jump out.
Okay. There we go. My OBS is back up. Man, I'm having a hard time. Man, I had a hard time today, people. My streak crashed on me earlier. Now my OBS crashed. It worked. It worked about stream over today. So yeah. So what I was saying. So y'all hear these guys talking about going to different places, getting these women. This stuff is it's a bunch of BS. Okay. You know, and as a military veteran who's traveled around the world, I'm telling you, it's BS. I've been to these different countries. I've lived in these countries. Okay, trust me, it doesn't work the way they say it does. The way they're making it sound, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You're just not going to go to somebody's country and set up shop like you know, like you're a kid in a candy store. Hold on one second. You know, you're just not going to set up shop like you some kind of kid in a candy store. It doesn't work that way. Those men over there
Perfect.
are extremely violent. Huh?
You hear me good?
Yeah. Those men in these other countries are extremely jealous. They are extremely violent, volatile. They don't want you in their country. Okay? They don't want you in their country. Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm having trouble with my stream again.
You know, it's funny, Max. No one that has traveled really came on your stream and tried to combat that.
because they're gonna lose.
They're gonna say, "Oh, you old fuck! You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I've been to these countries and I get these foreign women and they ain't did me nothing yet." You know what I'm saying? You know what you're talking about.
I ain't never heard that before.
I think I married one particular YouTuber, and that I asked him, and he put it in the back chat and put Serena's name about dudes going out in foreign countries.
Hey man, I might have to end my stream again. It done crashed on me.
Oh shit!
Hold on.
But the thing's still running.
Hold on.
Did you update your OBS? I know it was an update one time. I'm not sure. Okay, OBS should not be crashed like that. Unless it's a software or hardware issue you have. It shouldn't be crashed like that.
Check.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Max is just adjusting his OBS. I'm not sure if it's crashed on him, but it's been acting up lately all night. But I will say this, Cerulean, I was talking to those dudes, same dudes, I think on the Brain Trust, and they were talking about, traveling and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I particularly one YouTuber did mention name, you don't know what you're talking about and stuff. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I think it might be what's his name?
Who?
Trish, Super Trish, could be him. I'm not sure if it's him. Could not be him. Might be him.
No, Tris, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, he has some against you about traveling, black men traveling overseas and stuff.
Oh man, I don't give a fuck if niggas travel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't give a fuck what they stick their fucking dick in.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, see, the way that they present this traveling shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really give a fuck. Actually, I encourage traveling, right?
Yeah.
Because my stance has always been that you can't escape black.
Yep.
You're not escaping the community.
Mm-hmm.
You take the community everywhere the fuck you go, right?
Right. Correct.
When have I ever deviated from that?
Never.
So if you're using this idea of traveling to somehow escape a community, or using it as some way to say I'm trying to escape quote unquote blackness, that's the way it's presented.
Yeah.
And yes, I will shit on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're saying these things, it just lets me know that you have a low opinion of yourself.
Facts.
Give a fuck who you stick your dick in.
Mm-hmm.
Do what makes you happy, because that's what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit that I be talking about.
Yeah.
See, on one hand, you got niggas complaining, right? You got you got niggas mad that they get treated a certain type of way because of American culture, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Man, we always get shit all about this. Can't we just be happy? Create happiness. But see, they'll go to another country and all of a sudden they know how to fucking act. They know how to treat people. The only reason why those women, right? See, let me tell you something, man. Like a lot of these niggas, let's just be honest. They want to go to a third world or an impoverished country. They're not going to first world countries and pulling this shit.
Facts. Yep.
They're not.
They're not. They're definitely not.
Okay? They're not going to a first world country pulling this shit. You want to know why they're not? See, because for that woman to leave from a first world country, you have to provide. See, we get back into this provision thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Man shit.
You have to provide an equivalent lifestyle. She's not about to be coming over here from a first world country to be treated like a fucking dirtbag here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a low opinion of yourself. You're like, shit, I gotta stay in my country to get treated like a dirtbag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Go to a third world country, them bitches is trying to get the fuck up out of there.
Yep.
And that's why they're so nice and they're so kind and they're so cooperative, because the bitches is trying to get a green card or permanent citizenship.
Yep.
And as soon as they do, you end up with the same fucking problem.
Oh yeah. I remember when was it Sylvia played that 90-Day Fiance, and some of them women that were able to get their card, you see their behavior just changed all of a sudden.
Say, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Challenge it. But you notice a lot of niggas that be talking about traveling, they don't fucking travel.
Nope.
I did all my fucking traveling in my 20s. Okay? When I left the military, I fucking focused on education and trying to build myself, to try to plant a fucking flag somewhere. To build
right.
something. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I did all the traveling I was going to do in my fucking 20s.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these niggas ain't been no fucking where.
Yeah. This is true.
We're talking about traveling. See, what happened is they kept watching these niggas on YouTube, right?
Yep.
A lot of them are in expat communities and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you got niggas right now, right, that are using social media to make money, what the fuck do you think the goddamn expats was doing in those communities?
Mm-hmm.
They're giving you the illusion of class strata through traveling to a foreign fucking country.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but let's sort of finish. Yeah,
yeah. Man, I'm just checking to see if I came back in. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead, man. I was just double checking.
So if you got niggas right now, right, making money off of social media, what the fuck do you think niggas in those expat communities on social media were doing? They were selling these niggas a fucking dream.
Yeah. This is true.
Let me keep it 100 with you. Knowing how selfish, how conniving, how devious this American male is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if he truly found a good thing, do you think he would tell the fucking world?
Not far that.
How selfish, how derelict this Negro male is. Do you think if he landed on a pot of gold, do you think he would tell everybody, hey, I found a pot of gold over here?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep. The Negro is very selfish.
So if you know that they wouldn't tell you if a bag of money fell off a fucking back of a armored truck and they wouldn't tell you, right? It makes you think that the places that these niggas is going is some place to be bragging about. Unless they using it to make money, my nigga.
Yep. That's what they doing.
It's called advertising. Like, yeah, go to here. Yeah, go here, man. You find a better place. Well, how come you ain't married none of the bitches in the places that you been to? Oh, how come you ain't brought none of the bitches back that you been to? Oh, how come you import the bitches and send them back? Oh, see, how come you don't talk to those bitches over there the way that you talk to the women here? Wait, how come you don't act like the way you act here in those countries? Why are you changing your behavior to be around some other group of women? Niggas change who they are to fucking be anywhere but or to try to be anything but black. What I'm saying is, I don't give a fuck if you don't want to be black. I know 2/3 of you are derelict and chaff. I think we're having a miscommunication here. I know 2/3 or more, I'm being very modest, that these niggas are chaff and derelict, okay? What I'm saying is a matter of fact. It's not some shit I'm just coming out of my ass with. Do what the fuck you will. That's what you want to do. But again, if you throw spears, gonna rain down on your shit. And I'm gonna do. Look, I'm gonna whip out my shit. I'm gonna piss in your fucking breakfast. They're like, yes, this goes here.
Here. This goes here. Oh shit.
Goes here. That's funny, man.
Man, I don't give a fuck what niggas do, where the fuck niggas go. Nigga, I'm not your fucking father. I'm making a general observation. You niggas do not act or talk the way the fuck you talk when you're here in America and online, nigga.
You're a fake character. Max, is he lying? Nope. I've been watching now these niggas for months.
Of course not.
It's like watching a cartoon, my dude.
That's that bitch nigga Grit. I bet you he don't talk to his Asian fucking prostitute the way that he talks to females online, nigga.
Nope.
Nigga, he kissed that dirty foot bitch in the goddamn mouth, nigga. He talking.
Actually deep broke another nigga.
He tongues that bitch. He puts his tongue in that bitch's mouth. After she just got done a long, hard day of work. And
hard day of work.
Hard, nigga.
Yep. Hard.
You know the funny thing I found out. The funny thing I found about that BGS Saturday when DeAndre backhanded all these niggas, right?
Yep.
You know what I found funny about that shit? That bitch ass nigga Grinch came in the fucking on the panel with the name Long Dick Diablo.
See,
you want to talk about overcompensating for something, right? Like, no, nigga, you're a fucking cuckold. Your motherfucking wife is fucking Long Dick Diablo, nigga.
Damn.
Wow.
That's why she treats that nigga like a fucking bellhop, nigga.
Wow.
Why you think he out there fucking living off his fucking brother now, nigga?
Shit.
Man,
shameful.
Yeah, you go out there. Yeah, you go out there, hang with your brother out there in Virginia. I need the motherfucking house. Me and my boo. The real long dick Diablo about to get it in. It's probably some cerulean nigga that talk just like that.
Oh,
Shit.
boy.
Big rough and tumble, cerulean size, cerulean fucking fed, diesel ass nigga come up in there. Man, what you about to do, fam? Man, your wife got things to do.
Oh, wow.
That nigga talking crazy. He does that shit for the fucking cameras, man. Anybody that's had a fucking real conversation with this nigga behind the goddamn scenes knows that he is soft in the goddamn nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is what he does. He pisses on the empathy you lend him, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The only motherfuckers that's fooled by that fuck nigga is the niggas that follow him, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I need the maximum bomb, bro.
Because
Gotta
if
get
he was really talking that shit. Hold up, if he was really talking that shit, that nigga wouldn't have been telling Bayou fucking Bunny all of his motherfucking business while he's trying to stunt on Angry Man behind his fucking back to some bitches. Because that's what fuck niggas do. They pillow talk with these hoes, nigga. On their boys, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real about some shit here. Get a goddamn thing straight.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get some special real quick.
Anybody that's saying that Cerulli Gray don't know what the fuck he talking about with these niggas and this travel shit, look, let them have their fucking fantasy. That's the way I look at it. Let them have their fucking fantasy. Because that's all it is. Eventually, motherfuckers gotta wake up from that fucking fantasy, from that daydream that they having.
Back to life, back to reality.
You nigga talking about traveling, nigga, and all this motherfucking power as the empire collapses. You talking about travel? Where the fuck you about to go? You ain't even solidified yourself as a power base here in America.
Mm-hmm.
These goof nut ass niggas talking about. That's why them bitches overseas treat you the way that they fucking do. And they sniff the weakness out in you. They sniff your desperation. They sniff all of that shit out in you fuck niggas.
They sniff the bitch assness.
And that's why every single one of the motherfuckers land right back here in these hells of North America dealing and complaining about this black woman. Nigga. Mm-hmm. Because them bitches don't really want you unless it's something for permanent residency, green card.
Yep.
Or some fucking benefits, nigga.
Yep.
Because if you're gonna fuck with her, it is always contingent that you provide something.
And you have to be a man. You know what I'm saying?
That which you won't provide to your own, nigga. Let them have their fucking fantasy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if motherfuckers throw spears, look, this goes here. All these goofy niggas running around here with all this goofy shit. Like, nigga, I'm power motivated. I'm fucking people motivated. All this pussy's such a low priority. These niggas fucking living lives that I fucking let go. Like, oh, yeah, I fucking got rid of BMW. I got rid of 2 BMWs, Mercedes Benz, fucking Audis, all that goofy shit. Mm-hmm. Besides, where the fuck I was gonna park all of them at?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The things they don't even own or they grasp, man. Saying, oh, you dick policing me. You're doing this. I want to be happy. And another thing I want to mention, since I'm on here, Max, this really. I remember when the good Igmore dude had to go back foot with his other brother, and he's saying about the woman cannot be satisfied. And he's talking about that if you have cash, it won't satisfy her. In this environment, you don't impose. And the man asked the question, okay, so my answer is why is a black man impose the environment? You know, he's not going to answer that question because they want a nest, be comfortable. That's a nesting nigga.
All them niggas is nesting. Talking about
all of them, Cerulean, all of them. That's when we talk about competing.
All of them.
It's like,
look. When you hear a nigga talk about some, don't we deserve to be happy? What's wrong with us being happy? Look, you nesting. Go ahead, have your fucking fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But don't use this community as the fucking excusatory reason for why you want to be derelict. Just be derelict and own that shit.
And happy. And go over there. We are dereliction.
Over there.
Or you'll get spirits.
Otherwise, this goes here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, I talk about policy, nigga. You niggas talk about pussy.
Low priority.
It's so funny whenever I just state a matter of fact about some shit. And motherfuckers, oh, you dick policing. Look, I don't give a fuck about your dick. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting how they can sum up the whole of what man is by a goddamn dick. And that's how you know that's all these niggas got to fucking offer.
Facts.
Get your fucking passport. Do your thing. Waste your fucking resources. You know, you talk about fucking niggas in Georgia. You talk about black women and hair weave, but there's a fucking an entirely neglected subject about a waste of resources, and that's on fucking plane tickets to nowhere, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got sold the advertisement. Right? You got sold the advertisement. Some niggas like, yeah, man, I'm finding my happiness down in Brazil. And, you know, year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years later, and he's right back here in America. Dealing with the same black bitches that they fucking have problems with. Why? Because they get over there, fuck with the foreign hoes, and the foreign hoes showing that, look, we really ain't about that. We just trying to, you know, we're just trying to get something about you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck about none of that other goofy shit.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't. Niggas think that they do. They give you the illusion that they do. They might allude to it, but no, they don't really give a fuck about you. Oh, yeah, let's be real, man. Oh, that's the problem, man. Niggas don't want to be real.
Nope. Yep. I just want to be happy. Cerulean's dick policing me. I just don't want to compete. I just want to be a bitch and lay down in the comfort of my home or another female's house and nest. Maybe somebody should wear an apron and just wash dishes, you know, cook something. You get me? Clean the house, my dude. If that's your perk.
To be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Do what the fuck you gonna do because you're gonna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm. You need permission? Huh?
What the fuck these niggas be talking about?
Well, they're talking about red pill rage and
MGTOW.
blue pill. I heard
Yeah.
an old man who in his 70s yesterday say that he agreed with red pill and blue pill, that there is no white supremacy or racism.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's a fucking idiot. See, we
And
got
in the 70s.
yeah, because he's a fucking old coon.
Yeah, that's definitely on cool.
He's from Cruz part of things, from Chicago.
There's a lot of old coons in Chicago. There's a lot of old coons here in the Twin Cities. There's a lot of old coons in Milwaukee. There's a lot of old coons everywhere in this fucking United States, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He also said that
ABL is from West Virginia, so the coonism is widespread.
Yeah.
Thomas Sowell is in California. Stanford Institute is in California. ABL is in West Virginia. That's two fucking coasts. So obviously this coon shit is widespread, Max.
yeah. He also said that Gaddafi was a terrorist to the United States and that we don't know the real Gaddafi.
Only a motherfucker that don't know the real Gaddafi can say such a goofy ass thing.
Yeah. He said that Gaddafi was stealing the gold from Africa. Okay? That's why the African Union got together and got rid of him. They said he was really stealing the gold.
No, it's because he was sitting as the fucking senior seat on the African Union. And the African Union wanted to placate to America, nigga. See, Max. Man.
I know stupidity triggers you, man. I know you don't like to. I know that gets in nerves real quick. But yeah, he that's what he said though. Said Gaddafi was a terrorist to the United States. We don't know the real Gaddafi. He didn't kill anybody. African. He wasn't even African. He was Turkish.
That's a goofy ass nigga.
You know who said that?
Who?
Pharaoh Speaks. Old dude to be with George Macon.
Now say, ask him was the last. Ask him was the last time he visited Libya.
Huh?
I said, ask him was the last time he visited Libya.
Libya? Libya?
See, because motherfuckers can't just be saying shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I see, Gaddafi was a criminal. Look, ask him when has he ever been to Libya? Was he in Libya? Was it before NATO destabilized it or after? When the slavery was reinstituted?
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure when he was talking about. He claimed the real Gaddafi was a terrorist in the United States.
Like nigga, my pops is 77, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he knows that would sound like some bullshit. Matter of fact, I should get in again. Like I should go holler at pops like and record him. Like pops, what do you think about Gaddafi? Right, Gaddafi's a good man.
Yeah, you should do that.
Like, what do you say about people that say that Gaddafi was some kind of a terrorist or whatnot? I tell you, motherfucker ain't never been there. Don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you right here, the first one I heard say that. I never heard anybody say, other than RBR, that Gaddafi was a terrorist. RBR is crazy, so I don't. But never heard anybody say that before. Never heard that he was a terrorist. I didn't read anywhere where he was a terrorist. Somebody covering something up.
I don't know what people be saying, man.
Well, people say a lot of things because it's YouTube and or you can get up here and get away with saying some more crazy nonsense like blue pill and red pill, and make up some whole fictional reality. Have people believe it. And one thing about that is, it's based off of, since you hate black women so much, it's based off of what a black woman wrote.
Now, I want you to think about this, right? Because they're saying gynocracy.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that black women do, they're reacting to. So it must be some kind of a social gynocracy in which they're reacting to what black women are saying and doing.
Well,
black women making them lead, the black women rolling me off, black women do the black. Like those niggas are being controlled.
If it's a gynocracy, then
why do you think these niggas been saying this shit and they talk about women coming back to the table and they ain't been back to the table yet? Why?
Well, if it's
obviously, Max, because obviously women don't give a fuck about what they do either.
Right.
Yep.
Well, my question is, if it's a gynocracy, then how do you explain Harriet Tubman needing to free slaves when something she took out if it was a gynocracy? How do you explain her freeing slaves in a gynocracy? If I'm not mistaken, gynocracy is supposed to be controlled by women, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you explain her as freeing slaves then in a gynocracy? Why would she need to free slaves in a gynocracy? She's a woman, she would be in control. Why would she need to free slaves?
Damn good question.
Yeah. Why would she? It's a gynocracy, right? Women are in control. So why would Harriet Tubman, the women are in control, and why would Harriet Tubman need to free slaves? In a gynocracy controlled by her.
It's a gynocracy.
Yeah. I wanted them to answer that question.
You just listen to these dudes, man.
If it's a gynocracy, then why did Rosa Parks need to make a fuss about being sent to the back of the bus?
Mm-hmm.
Why did she have to contest that? It's a gynocracy, remember? Women are in control, so why should she have to have an issue with being put in the back of the bus?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a gynocracy, how do you explain Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks, which flies in the face of your gynocracy theory? There are other women, I can go on, there are other women we could bring up. Madam C.J. Walker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do we need to bring up Gloria Steinem?
Mm-hmm.
Gloria Steinem is a white bitch.
All right. Playing a black woman. Angela Davis. If we have a gynocracy, how do you explain feminism? What would there be a need for feminism for if we're in a gynocracy? If we were in a gynocracy, why would women be fighting for their rights? Equal rights. How do you explain all this if we're in a gynocracy?
Man, look, it's another excusatory reason to be derelict, Max. See, we keep getting beyond this thing of manhood, right?
Huh?
See, if it's a gynocracy, I don't have to do anything until she does something.
Facts.
To make it easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's nesting. See, the reason why the women make a demand on us to solve problems is because women have to nest, so we have to make it easier. You know, man, this shit is downright fucking shameful, man.
Mm-hmm.
Down fucking right.
I want them to tell me, I want them to answer some of those questions. If this is a gynocracy. Hell, women are still complaining about equal rights.
Mm-hmm.
And how they get the short end of the stick. Why would they be doing that? This is a gynocracy. Apparently somebody didn't tell the women that this is a gynocracy. It's simply unique. Did anybody tell you about a gynocracy? Do you know anything about this gynocracy they're talking about? I don't think the women got the memo.
This shit is not real. Man.
Yeah, they show up fighting for a lot of things about equality. If this was a gynocracy, they wouldn't have to do those things. They'd be in control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So somebody lying here.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are babies, man. They want to be coddled like babies.
That's the whole point, Max.
Yeah.
They are babies.
They want to be great children.
You know what happens to children? Children need to be put in timeout.
Yeah, they want to wear diapers. They want their diapers changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to walk around with rattles, pacifiers, and diapers.
Mm-hmm. It's all about the gynocracy.
Exactly.
Everything is a gynocracy.
Good point, Shibba Unique. If this is a gynocracy, then where's the woman president?
You can't sway a woman's nature with money in the gynocracy. You can't get compliance for Black women in the gynocracy. Hell, you cannot get no loyalty from women in the gynocracy. This is women's nature. It's a female's nature. I don't have wives. I have baby mamas because of the gynocracy. I can't marry no sister on here because of the gynocracy.
She's telling the truth, though.
But I could sure want the pussy from the gynocracy. Nothing more, nothing less. But the gynocracy won't let me do anything. I'm waiting for the permission. Oh, see, this is what happens. See, Max, now I'm convinced, and I'm going to hate this. That's why if any father's not there, like, it's your sole rightful duty to take your sons away from that woman. Because we don't want no more males grow up to feel that there's a gynocracy and they can't do nothing. This is the consequence when your son has been raised by only one parent through 0 to 18 years of life. I'm gonna fuck anybody tell me. This is the consequence. No, Max, this is the consequence.
What's the consequence?
We have grown men, some in their 60s, 50s, and hell, probably in their 30s, and some now 20s, complain about the nature of women and they can't do nothing, but it sure left the nest because of what they call the gynocracy.
Well, I'm not sure these are real men, bro.
Yeah, because they have not been groomed to be men. That's why.
Yeah, somebody really need to check some couple of cards here and find out if these guys are really men. You know, Dane Frankie had a good comment here. It says they live in a fantasy world called gynocracy. They are the rebel force who will defeat gynocracy by leaving it.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Well, well, on that note, fellas, I'm going to shut it down. Been at it all day.
All right.
This is my second stream for the day.
You mean a third stream?
No, actually, yeah, the third one. You're right. Gynocracy didn't make me wear a condom. Right, exactly, Dame Frank.
Yeah, the gynocracy made me know where. You hear that? That's something common.
Yeah,
Say, well, yeah. She didn't make me want to wear no condom. Okay, so you want to impregnate her and then let her put in position to put you on the state? You want to risk that?
Yeah, I don't think the women got that gynocracy memo though, but they still fighting for equal rights and trying to get treated fairly all over the place. Somebody didn't tell them about this gynocracy. Okay, apparently they missed the memo. They missed it. Somebody didn't leave them any notes. Okay.
You know, Max. At the end of the day, this is all marketing for these Negroes to sit there, create a false narrative and message to poison the youth, just to grow a crowd, and to keep shitting on women of our community. Because remember, you got to understand, when it comes to us in relationships and the battle of sexes, it's profitable.
Right. Well, if you try to do that to screw up our youth, then that would be anti-black, sir.
Of course, that's what it is. But a lot of them don't want to be black, so they'll do anything and engage in anti-black behavior.
I hear you. Okay, man, get ready to say that. Hey, Cerulean.
Yes.
Want to drop something before we get out of here?
I think we've just about covered it.
Yeah, my dudes. Yo, listen, for all people, please get the plan, follow the plan, and it will wake your ass up off of this illusion, this gynocracy nonsense.
Cerulean, earlier when you was talking about how dumb Dorothy was, that was funny, man.
That book was dumb.
That was funny, man. That was. Yeah, this goes here. Okay. If we gonna end on that, this goes here. All right, everybody. Thanks to my third stream today. I appreciate you, and could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with me tonight. We will be back on Thursday night, our regular scheduled time. I'll be talking about some automation. I've been putting it off now, so we might do a little tech Thursday night. Depending on
let's do some tech, Max. I want to hear some tech, something different.
I'm gonna start off with tech, but then you make it into a hot social topic or whatever. But I'm gonna try to start the stream off with some tech information, and we're gonna do some automation and stuff. They're gonna talk about that and how these Negroes are lying about automation.
Okay? Yeah, man.
Another thing they lie. Okay,
Can't wait.
You're gonna expose that too. Because they're lying about that. Somebody would say yourself, black men is telling tall tales about automation. We'll deal with that. All right, so I'll see everybody back on Thursday night. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Support the Gray Regime and its brand. That is the Maximum Overdrive Third Gear and the Gray Regime Gaming channel. All right, everybody, remember the power is in the black. The black is the people, and therein lies your power. Good night, everybody, and peace.
Take care.